Hey vloggers, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Maddie. Today we are going to be doing tips on how to stay healthy in college. This is an opt-out because I have no other ideas. I'm kidding. I have other ideas. This week I just felt really healthy, especially today. No, but for real, I woke up early and I actually got breakfast, which was new for me because I don't normally get breakfast in college. So feeling really healthy. This is also my roommate's side because my bed is messy because I just took class in my bed. Oh god, I'm all over the place. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing how to stay healthy in college. I have accumulated some tips from me, my friends, other videos that I want to share with you guys today. Just a giant disclaimer, I am not that healthy. I eat what I want in moderation, but it works for me, you know? All I'm trying to say is this is not about losing weight. It's not about anything besides being healthy and just fueling your body correctly. As well as fitness and food and like physical things, I'm going to be talking about mental things because I think that your mental health is also a huge part of your health in college. So I will be giving tips on that as well. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just for fun. So let's get right into the video. I have my notes like right behind me, so that's why I'm looking up in this direction. The first thing I want to talk about is food and dining hall. If you want to see an in-depth what I eat in a day, I have one of those on my channel and more coming soon. I'll link it up above. But tip number one is to bring a reusable water bottle to the dining hall. So in our dining hall, at least, you can get a drink cup, and there is a huge machine with tons of sodas, like lemonade, iced tea, all this stuff. There's even like chocolate milk and stuff. I love chocolate milk. But we all know that what's better for you than all of those things is water. If you bring your Hydro Flask or your reusable water bottle to the dining hall, you will not get a drink cup, and that will save you having to make the decision of choosing water at that time when all of those options are in front of you. So it's just something I've been doing recently to drink more water. It also saves the planet because you're not using paper or plastic. That being said, I do get chocolate milk all the time in the dining hall. So just do that in moderation because we all like our iced tea and chocolate milk and other things. Tip number two is to make coffee in the dorm. So I love coffee. If you've been here and you are my friend, then you know I love coffee. And it's a big struggle for me not to want to go out and buy coffee and get Starbucks and Dunkin', and there's even coffee at the dining hall. A big lifesaver for me has been to make coffee in the dorm. The way I do that is I have a mini Keurig, and if I want iced coffee, I'll brew it at night and then put it in the fridge overnight and drink it cold in the morning. Or I will make hot coffee. I also make hot teas. And I also have a cold brew maker that I do at the beginning of almost every week, where I just put coffee grounds in and then let the water steep and it turns into cold brew. Having these coffee options and adding your own almond milk or creamer or whatever you add to your coffee is going to be a lot healthier than going to get coffee, and it will save you a ton of money in the long run. So thank me later. I feel the need to make a disclaimer for every tip I say, but like I go to Starbucks all the time. Like I treat myself to Starbucks like probably once or twice a week. It's not a bad thing in moderation, and as long as you know what you are getting in your drinks and how many calories they are, it's totally okay. Next tip I have is to pick gluten-free options in the dining hall. They're literally vacuuming right now over my video. That's so rude. Hopefully that's better. At least in my dining hall at Miami, we have a lot of gluten-free options. If you have the option to have like regular pasta and gluten-free pasta, I don't know why you wouldn't choose the gluten-free one because I personally think it tastes the same. In general, If they have a substitute, pick the substitute because it's going to be healthier in the long run. My next tip is to think about all the food groups when you're grabbing your meals. One thing that I actually do a lot is I make sure that I'm hitting all of the food groups throughout the day. I love getting fruit with lunch and dinner sometimes, and the dining hall has a lot of vegetable options, so I get that as well. If I don't eat yogurt or any dairy for breakfast, I will try to drink milk later in the day. I know that's like disgusting to some of you. Comment down below if you don't find dairy products absolutely disgusting. So yeah, just balancing out your food throughout the day. The next tip is something I'm also guilty of, and it's to not eat dessert for every meal. In the dining halls at Miami, they usually put out some sort of dessert or sweet treat for lunch and dinner. And my roommate and I have been trying to only get a sweet treat for one of those meals. And if we know that we're going out somewhere later or ordering like insomnia, which is something we do way too often, then we will not eat dessert at the dining hall. If the dessert there is super good, I'll always get it. And then just be mindful throughout the day that I already had dessert. So I think that is it for my food tips. So I'm going to move on to physical and fitness tips. I think something that has helped me a lot is trying to schedule a time in my day to work out or be active. I will get to this later, but I make a schedule, and in that schedule I always put a time slot for working out. Sometimes it falls through and I don't actually do it, but most of the time I do. And whether that is going to the field and working out, whether that's going to the gym, or whether that's just doing an at-home workout in your room, there's like literally ones on YouTube that are 10 minutes, super effective. So even if I don't feel like going to the gym, I will use that time to do a simple workout in my room. Just setting aside that time is already going to give you a solid opportunity to think about going and being active. So I think whether you follow it or not, that is a really good thing to do, is set a time in your schedule for it. The next tip I have for exercise is to take walks and try to walk everywhere. I'm pretty sure my roommate and I are also very guilty of this. Being really lazy and not wanting to walk to like the far dining halls or anywhere far because we're just lazy. We've been trying to get better at this. It's very hard for us as freshmen during COVID to be getting out and going on walks and stuff because we don't have classes on campus. They're all, well, most of them are remote. I highly suggest attempting to walk everywhere because it actually helps more than you think it does. So those are all the workout tips I have, and now I'm going to move on to more mental health. I only have a few things for this, but I think they're super effective, and the first one is to make a schedule. I just touched on this with the exercise thing, but I make a detailed schedule of my day almost every day. Time blocking and just staying organized and finding time for everything. Super helpful. It helps me to lay in bed less and have more rest time and save my rest time for the night. So I'm like doing stuff all day and then I can rest at night and like have fun at night. I don't think you should feel discouraged if it doesn't go exactly the way that you blocked it out. It's just for being mindful of the time that you're spending on things and not laying in bed watching TikTok for 2 hours. Google Calendar is what I make mine on, but there's a ton of other, you can use Apple, anything. So the next tip I have is to make lists along with making a schedule. I don't know if this comes from me being like organized, but I usually block out like a time that says homework, and then I'll have a list in my planner of all the homework that I need to complete, or I'll block out a time that says like chores or something, and then I'll like put on my list do my laundry or clean my room, etc. So making those lists can also be very helpful just so you have everything worked out, and it also feels really good to cross stuff off a to-do list. The next thing is sleep, and I think that me and my roommate do a pretty good job of this. We're kind of big sleepers, but a lot of kids in college come here and then they'll go out every night and they'll be up so late doing homework and stuff, and then you have to get up fairly early, and obviously that takes a toll on your mental health and physical health. We try to make sure that we get like 10 hours of we try to make sure that we get like 8 to 10 hours of sleep, which sounds like a lot, but I think it's definitely necessary. And that way, if we get that amount, we're not napping throughout the day and we feel fully energized to start the day. Obviously, that doesn't happen every night. And the last tip I have for you guys is to take time for yourself. I feel like we all spend so much time around everyone, whether it's your friends or your roommate, but I think it's super important to take time for yourself. Like sometimes I feel myself at night, like when I'm taking a shower, just like I'm like, wow, this is my only time that I've spent with myself today. So do things for yourself, take breaks from your studying, go on walks. That could be double whammy right there. Do face masks, take care of yourself. My roommate likes to journal. There's just so many things you can do with yourself, and I think it's super important to spend that time and take care of yourself. So those are all the tips I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like, comment down below what you want to see next. Also subscribe and turn on post notifications. That's it. I will see you guys next Monday for another video. Bye.